Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special installment of Out Loud. I am joined today by two of BC's biggest, most spectacular artists, and that is, depending on where you're seeing on the screen, Kele Fleming and Matthew Presidente, who together are creating some wild dreams. And that's what we're going to talk about. Welcome to Out Loud, everyone.
Hey, how are you, Kenny?
Good.
Hey.
Kele and I have actually, she's been on Out Loud, the radio show, before, and we've chatted, and Maddie, you and I have gone back and forth, but this is the first time the three of us have been in a little kind of box together, visually and audially, to talk about your tour that is just about to kick off here in November, mid-November, on the 15th, right?
Yep, that's right.
In My Dreams tour.
That's right, In My Dreams.
Matt, you have a new song coming out called...
It's called Different Dreams. So Kele kind of came with the idea of naming the tour In My Dreams because she has a new song out and a new video premiering, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a moment. But I was like, that works. My new song's called Different Dreams. So it's all about dreams. There's lots of fabulous dreams on this tour.
There definitely is. And Kele, as Matt just said, you have a new, so it's a remix of your song In My Dreams from 2016, from the No Static album, if I that
True.
Yeah.
So it goes a little ways back into my catalog. Yep. And an artist from Vancouver, Mercury Teardrop, Brad Bowman, remixed it and put this like total avant-garde electronica spin on it. So that song came out in August, and I've got a music video coming out tomorrow night.
You have all the remixes happening, and I've been saying this quite a bit about you, is that your background, Kele, is in rock and folk and environmental music that you've been kind of getting out there, and you've been using your platform to talk about the environment and stuff. And now, and it's kind of nice, because I like to say it, because some of us old codgers that have been around for a bit, right? We remember the old days where remixes didn't happen and stuff like that. You're now taking your music and you're kind of turning it into a new vision and giving it new life by giving it over to somebody and creating these new sounds with your music, which I think is actually incredible. Are you loving the remix of everything?
I'm loving it. It was a journey that started out of necessity, really, during the pandemic. And we spoke a couple minutes ago. I got hit by long COVID, so I was sidelined after the lockdown ended. It kind of went on for another year for me. So it's like, what am I going to do? I want to keep my music out there. So remixing was the answer, and I connected with some amazing DJs and remixers who just like took the songs in these amazing directions. So yeah, I'm pretty thrilled.
And Matt, you are kind of the other extreme of this, where you're you are a piano pounder, you're a key breaker. You get out there and your live performance of things, you can record it. And this is something that I think people need to know about you, is that you can hear, Matthew Presidente's song and then go watch a live performance. And it's like you remix on the spot, because your live performance amps it up to like 20. Like I said, you're a piano, just banger. And that in itself must be liberating in terms of when you take a new song and you take a song and you get it out there in front of people, it just becomes something incredibly different.
Totally. And that's very generous of you, Kenny. Thank you. But it's true. There's a difference between the recording and the live performance. The way I see it is a studio recording I've always tried to have is, the nicest version of the song. It's going to be clear. It's going to be easy to digest, well recorded. But live is where you can play around with it a little bit. Do those crazy things with the vocals that you wouldn't do on a recording, or like you said, really smash the piano till you literally break keys, which I've broken 2 of this summer. And yeah, do different versions. For example, the new song Different Dreams was recorded full band, so it's real rock song, but lots of synths, lots of 80s new wave influence. And live on this tour, I'll be doing it completely solo. So I worked out a solo version on the keyboard that it sounds similar, but it's got a really different vibe. It makes it a more mellow, slow song. I've done versions with certain stems and loops to go along with it to give it a beat. And then we've done it full band as well. So yeah, a couple different versions.
I'm curious now, so because you're going out on tour together, and it's 3 dates in BC, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a mini island tour.
And sorry,
It's a Vancouver Island tour.
Vancouver Island tour. Which I mean makes it great, especially during like this time of year where it gets a little bit colder or whatnot, to be able to do a mini tour like that and kind of like get around to the different spots. But you're on tour together. You both have dreams in your songs. It's called In My Dreams Tour. Will there be any togetherness on stage?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we're collaborating on a few songs together. Can I reveal?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'll be singing with Matthew on one of his songs. And then In My Dream song has a lovely piano part that Matthew will be playing. So that'll be kind of a guitar piano duet. And then we're doing another song. This is what we have planned so far. We're doing Where the Rivers Meet, one of my tunes, and that'll be a vocal and guitar and piano duet. So, and we actually previewed it in Vancouver at the end of October. We did a show together, and it was so much fun to play songs with Matthew. It sounded great.
We hit it off on stage.
That if you ever had a chance to play together, and then you answered it for me. You were thinking, you were inside my head.
We did have a nice chance to connect, and I think Kelly and I have always got along musically from a distance, but actually being able to meet, and I mean, these songs came together quickly. And on the show, we'll each be doing our own set independently. So those coming are going to get a full set from each of us. But yeah, we have those little moments interspersed throughout the show where we'll be joining together. And I think, as with any tour, that it's a small one, but it's still enough time to get to know each other's songs. I think more surprises will come along as the shows evolve over the few days.
Do you think
exactly?
I mean, this is the first start. Do you see that you will scope out some other areas to go to together and do another mini tour like this?
I mean, I certainly like the idea. We were just talking about how so far we work really well together, and Kelly and I have a lot of the same ideas when it comes to organizing and planning and running a show, and it's really nice to work with someone like you, Kelly. So hopefully,
and you,
have you guys known each other like for a long time? Like it's so strange because you're both in BC, and I mean, Kelly and I have talked about this, about her career, and like back into the 80s even and 90s. But have you known each other for a long period of time? And is the music community, I guess, in BC where you're both at, is it tight? Do you get a chance to meet other artists?
Maybe let's tag team. I'll start. We haven't known each other for a long time. I had heard Matthew's name and knew of his music and Vancouver's Piano Man, and he had contacted me, I think initially in 2021, late 2021, about doing a showcase show over here in Victoria, because I'm in Victoria now. And at the time I was struggling with long COVID, so I couldn't be part of it. But then the following year we connected again, where Matthew invited me to be part of the Cusick live music series in Vancouver. So that was just this past June. So, we've kind of been in and out of each other's spheres a little bit, but this is the first time where I've really had the chance to work more closely with Matthew, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, same kind of thing, Kenny. we had been on each other's radar. I'm in Vancouver and Kele's in Victoria. So even though it's close, for those who don't know the geography, there is a ferry boat between us. And so you don't always get over that often. But I had known of Kele's music for a long time because, I mean, she's quite legendary around BC. And but it was through the Q reviews that I was really refreshed on it, because you've created this wonderful network of artists. And I work also with a company called Cusic, where we showcase queer artists, mostly in Vancouver and Kelowna, but kind of all around BC. So, I mean, I love how these resources, these artist networks kind of overlap, and it's given a chance for more people to meet each other. And the pandemic made that easier too, because it kind of shrunk everything down. It didn't matter what city you're living in. We got to meet other artists from all over the country, thanks to, you know, organizations like Cusic or like Q Reviews that have like brought all these musicians together and made some good friends out of it too.
It's great to see. It's great to see it happen. As I was saying to you folks before, you know, we jumped on this, that, you know, when I first started, I just wasn't seeing the artists, and I knew that they were out there, and I just couldn't understand why.
Yeah.
But when you start to introduce artists together, I mean, I love to watch it from afar, because you never know what you're going to get, and you get some crazy great collaborations out of it that otherwise, you know, the internet and COVID, especially, if I'm going to say anything, COVID gave artists the chance to be able to kind of like, you know, not only worry about what was going to happen next, but just kind of like sit for a moment and realize we have to do something, and we had to kind of, you had to keep busy. And that's when you started seeing some of these kind of collaborations. I mean, Matt, your whole YouTube series, you know, that I got introduced to so many new artists through that. And you know, just being able to kind of introduce artists and then watch that happen is really lightning in a bottle to me. So I'm glad that we're seeing more of it.
Totally. I think it offered us people got very creative during that time. And a lot of that workflow that we created through virtual collaborations has, you know, stayed on and moved forward as things have opened up. And it's been really wonderful to see how people have used that to make really cool stuff happen.
Yeah, I would say that that was my pandemic silver lining, was having everybody turn to virtual, and just the connections I made with other artists, not just in BC, but across Canada and globally too. It's like, I would say one of my newest best friends, who I've never met, is located in Manchester in the
I know who you're
UK.
going to say. I know who you're going to say.
Oh yeah, Nora Sett.
Yes.
Yeah, I love her. We and it's funny, we have little Zoom chats like every month and check in on each other. It's like, ah, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it's like, it's amazing.
And I think that's awesome. I mean, Nora Sett's an artist that I can see you having a lot in common with, because not only is Nora Sett such an incredible songwriter, but
Yeah.
isn't afraid to go into different places with their music.
Yeah.
And try different things. And I see that's what, you know, you're kind of doing with your own music. And of course, Matt, you're like, as I keep saying, like, if you're watching this and you have the opportunity, you have to catch both live, because it is electric. You can see what their live performances are like. I mean, Kele, you still are doing, maybe not as often, but you're still trying to do your musical Mondays
Yeah,
on Instagram.
I do.
To kind of put the live music out there, and there's
Yeah.
so much live music on YouTube with Matt, that yeah, you don't want to miss a live performance. What are you most excited for about being on this tour? What are you most excited for to A, see happen, and B, maybe take away?
You go ahead, Kele.
Oh, what am I most excited about? I think a couple of things. So I said, I know you said, what am I most excited about? But there's a couple of things that I'm most excited about. I think, you know, just being on stage and being in front of an audience is always exciting for me. I love the connection that I feel with people when I'm performing and singing, and just the energy in a room is amazing. And I'm really excited and most excited about the collaborations with Matthew as well. Just we had a little taste of it together in Vancouver at the end of October, and yeah, we have really good, I would say, synergy on stage. We're both seasoned performers. I think we're both really comfortable on stage, so we can have a lot of fun.
Totally. I agree 100%. And building on that, I think Kelly's crowd and my crowd are fans that like to come out and watch and experience music. So I think we're going to have really great crowds at these shows. I think they're going to have a really nice vibe, especially being this kind of fall winter time. It's a perfect time for a cozy, intimate show, and the venues we're playing are really cool. I'm excited to get on stage with Kelly and work together to create a really nice evening. And I'm excited. I put together a set where I'm pulling out some old songs, doing the new ones, of course, and excited to see how that evolves in different cities. I play a lot here at home in Vancouver, so I'm just really excited to bring a set out on the road and show it to some new people and see some old friends along the way.
And you've had a couple of new songs this year. Latest one was Sun Gold, and we've got the new one coming out, Different Dreams.
Yes.
Kelly, you've had remixes this year. Anything new coming for you? What are you working on, Kelly? Because I feel that you've had some time and you're playing in so many different worlds, and I'm like, what do you got up your sleeve?
Well, a couple of things. I do have some new remixes that are being worked on quietly over here by a couple of different DJs. So I'm not sure when I'll release those yet, but sometime in 2024. I'm writing my next album, and I'm really hopeful that I'll get funding. So I'm crossing fingers, toes, eyes, legs, whatever I can to get some funding for that. Because the plan would be that I would do the recording in 2024 and maybe release in late 2024. So I'll be playing I think I'll play one of my new songs that'll be on that album at the shows this week. And I'm launching a subscription service in the new year as well. So I'll be on Substack. So
Nice.
I'll be kind of shifting my content over there. A lot from the socials into a subscription service.
And Matthew, you're going to end 2023 with a new song. 2024, more new?
Yeah.
I love to put the pressure on artists, right? I just kind of like, gonna give us more? Gonna give us more?
Well, I mean, I talk about this a lot, so I don't know if you've heard, but in early 2022, I left a long-term career to do music full time. And the goal was to get this album done that I've been working on slowly, but you got to save up the shekels to make it happen, and make sure you can secure any funding where possible. So it takes time. And also, in the way that music is consumed these days, mostly through streaming services, I've found my usual format of putting out a CD or a whole album, it's not going to work for this one. So I've been putting out the singles one by one. It's going to accumulate in an old album, in a full album eventually. But so far, Different Dreams is single 4. And I think I'm going to put out 2 or 3 more. And then mid 2024, you get the whole record. And I'm really excited about this one. We've recorded it full band in, really wonderful Vancouver studios, Hipposonic, Rain City Recorders, and with a few collaborations from afar. My friend Tara in Berlin was involved in it as well. So really, this one has it all, and the quality is nice. I'm just very excited because I've done a lot of home recording in the past, and this one's going to be really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited for both of you. I'm excited that people are going to get a chance to see your show. I won't be one of them. That's all right. One day.
We'll film it for you.
Yeah.
Like I will be there live one day. I'm going to manifest that. But
well, maybe we should come to you.
Well, maybe. Who knows what could happen in the future? We have spoken a bit about that. Who knows? Who knows what will happen?
Would love to.
But for now, I guess you have 3 dates a great collaboration, new music from both of you, new music video, Kele coming this week as well. And it's a lot of new.
A lot of new.
So thank you. And if you are out there and you're watching, you need to go and check out these folks. 15th, 16th, 17th in, hit me up. It's Nanaimo,
Victoria,
Victoria,
Duncan.
And can find tickets and everything like that and times on both of your websites and on your socials.
Exactly. Instagram links has all the tickets. For all the shows, you can get advanced tickets, but you can also just show up. We're keeping it casual, leaving lots of options. Nanaimo is at the Nanaimo bar starting at 8 p.m. Really cool little venue. Victoria, we're doing Friends of Dorothy, which is a fabulous queer venue, 8 p.m. And Duncan, Kele, it's the
Duncan showroom, 7:30.
7:30 for that one.
Yeah.
And that
I'm excited. I'm excited for all of that for you, and the best of luck with it. And I can't wait to see film and shots and all of the things and sound from it. So I'm going to play a couple of your songs right now so that people can kind of get in the mood for it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kenny.
You're welcome, and I'm excited for all of it.
Awesome. It was really nice to talk to you.